All right. You got your... Oh. Let's party with you. Come on, man. Hey.
Say something. I'm on my own beat.
Hey, yes. We are celebrating. What you celebrating today?
Life.
Yeah, life is good. Life is always good. We're still standing.
Did you know we were on? Oh my God.
This is supposed to be a practice run, but we're going to go ahead and go with it since things are going well. Things are going well. All right. Come on. Y'all remember Cool in the Game?
What?
I might be too young.
I might be too young
to remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember cleaning to it. I remember
what?
playing it. My mom played
what?
it.
On a Saturday?
Yes. And cleaning it.
I had to leave when the bleach came out, though.
Yeah, we know.
I know.
You got bleach. You were like that when you were a kid?
Absolutely.
Oh, I thought you just kind of acquired that ridiculousness.
Bleach gives me migraines,
Girl,
and they don't
smell
believe it.
My bleach.
Pine Sol, give me the Pine Sol.
I gotta smell it. To feel like it's clean.
Sage and Pine Sol, that's all I need.
Sage and Pine Sol.
Sage and Pine Sol.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
What's happening? It is your host of About This Aging Thing, and we are celebrating a year with this podcast. Yay! So excited. Can't believe it.
Can't believe it.
And you're still here.
I committed for a whole year.
And they say you had commitment issues.
I don't. I have expectations.
See, people do what they want to do. You
that
committed
part.
to who you want to commit
that
to.
That part. Give me some.
That's what that is. Those other people you left crying.
At the doorstep.
Yeah. They probably should have started the podcast.
They should have.
You might have been there.
Mm.
How's everybody doing? Happy Sunday. Happy Easter. Happy Resurrection Day.
Resurrection.
We're going to behave ourselves today.
Why?
Because it's Resurrection Day.
But that's the reason why you celebrate and you have a good time, because it's Resurrection Day. Facts.
Now that you speak on that.
Okay, then go ahead.
I'm with you.
Okay.
I just want to see what your reaction is.
Okay, I'm gonna still celebrate.
You know, my dear Dr. Barbara Lewis King, who's no longer with us, she used to give this great sermon on Easter that I really look forward to about resurrection.
Absolutely.
And she focused on, yes, we talked about Jesus Christ, of course. But we focused on what resurrection meant to us.
Absolutely.
And it's your do-over.
Yes.
It's a new day. It's like New Year's all over again if you believe in resolutions. It's for you to make a commitment to yourself and to others if you choose to. Whatever that may be. And I love her so much because she never dictated, like some religious folks, what that should be for you.
Absolutely. I love Dr. Barbara.
She always said, leave it to your conscience as to what that would be.
Yeah.
So we're going to start off with that.
Her words to me was always straightforward and to the point.
Yeah. Sometimes she hurt your feelings, too.
She did.
Know your truth.
That part.
It's like, yes, ma'am.
You'll talk when you're ready.
That's what's wrong with us.
That part.
We're going to blame it on Dr. Barbara.
We're going to blame it on all those strong women that we have in our life.
That's right.
I had a sister call me today, and she said, hey, I just wanted to hear your voice and hear your sunshine.
Oh.
I was like, I love you too, Bookie.
She don't know all you.
She does.
Oh,
she talks me down.
Oh.
She used to be a Black Panther sister I love tremendously.
Wow.
Yeah, Rhonda knows her that you had on your show one time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Small World, but she is one of my inspirations. Yeah.
So you got to be careful how you treat people.
That part.
Everybody be knowing everybody.
Ooh, everybody.
Everybody. All right, so listen, before we get started, I wanted to talk about what we're drinking today. Now, when Mistress Angela walked in, she said, what is this? Aren't these cute, y'all? So listen.
Are we having communion?
A little I did think about communion. I did think about it. Well, we're not going to do that.
Okay.
But I did think about it.
Okay.
We're going to say toast. Cheers. What this is for me is one of my favorite aunties, Diana Jenkins.
That's the one with the heels?
No, that's Aunt Mabel.
Okay, all right.
Diana Jenkins is Michelle's mom. My
cousin sweet.
And Michelle gifted me with these crystal sherry glasses, and they were hers.
Nice.
So it means a whole lot to me. She bought a lot of quality things. I always had these little cute things in her little curio.
I love it.
And I always gifted this.
Crystal.
I have this forever, and I'll pass it on to my daughter.
Crystal.
And we're going to do this little sherry toast. So
little
toast
sherry Crystal.
Happy Resurrection Day. All right. That's what we're going to do.
That's what's up.
So listen, today we're going to talk about a few things on our anniversary.
Our anniversary.
Yes, our anniversary month. It's not the exact date, so everybody goes back and watches the videos. We don't need you to tell us that it's not the same.
It's the month. Date. We celebrate the whole month.
It's the month of April, so that's that.
Beginnings.
All right, so let's see. Before we get started with you,
yes,
Mistress Angela, y'all,
if
you guys don't know who she is now, I don't know what to tell you. Either you don't watch the show, or you don't watch middle dialogue, or you don't read books, or you don't follow college news, because she's everywhere. Okay. She just finished a new compilation. I'll let her talk about that. She was just on live on Facebook.
Thank you.
Apparently, the person who she did the live show with knew what they were doing. Because when we tried to do live, remember y'all, and whoever saw it a year ago, I had no idea what I was doing, and the camera was like this. And, like today, right now, the lighting is a little dark. Don't you think I look a little dark?
We're great.
Can you see me?
We can see. You can see us.
Okay, good.
You can see it. They can see the energy. It's all good.
Right. So before we get started, though, somebody said you always do ask Mistress Angela, but you never answer any questions about yourself.
Oh.
That's what I said. That's my personal business. I'm the host. Hosts don't tell their personal business.
They know you're a Capricorn, too.
That's true.
You try to be all shy and demure.
January Capricorn.
There's a difference.
There is a difference. So somebody asked me, how did I keep going after my losses? So I'm going to keep this real short. So my losses, for anybody who doesn't know, was my brother, my mother, and my husband, in that order. All in my arms. Very traumatic. And to be honest, I didn't know that I was going to keep going. I just kind of, I had a whole lot of support, a whole lot of good friends. Mistress Angela is one of them. And to just kind of push me along. I would encourage you to let people know that you're hurting. That's the first hard thing and vulnerable thing to do, especially for a January Capricorn.
For a black woman, too.
Yeah, for black women in general. Thank you. Yes, true. Let people know that you're hurting. Reach out and let them help you. I would say that. I'm going to keep that answer to there. Just let them help you. We don't have to do it by ourselves. You absolutely have to take your cape off when you're going through loss and mourning. You got to take it off. Yeah. Now, I know some of us have kids and we have to turn it off and on. You can do that, but then when you are able to focus on you, make sure you reach out if you need some help.
Right, and when your village, one thing having your village around when you have kids is that, if you don't mind, I'm sorry,
go ahead. No.
Is that let the kids go be with the village. You know, you don't have to have the kids all the time. You don't have to keep them close in because they have their own outlets they need to have, and it also helps foster those relationships so they can trust the village that we've created. Right, so let go.
Yeah.
And let that support come in many different ways. So. Yeah.
Now this doesn't have to do with mourning, but I was just telling somebody yesterday, I have zero desire or need to be the super mom.
Absolutely.
Right? And when I realized I was getting divorced and I was going to be a single mom, I made the calls. And said, hey, I'm not doing this by myself, so this is what I need you to do and be for my daughter. So
absolutely,
not the same, but almost. It's the same.
Yeah, because divorce is a loss; it's not the death, right? But it's a certain type of death, and even though we don't want to, sometimes we find our place of being a super mom because it falls on your shoulder. So then also, I don't want it, so let me make sure I share this with somebody, even though this is my road that I have to take.
Right.
I have to do this for my kids because this is what the responsibility is, but also sharing it. So, yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Wow, you spoke that truth.
Well, I'm trying to do that, I'm trying to do that.
Resurrection Sunday.
Mrs. Angela knows me very well, but has known me for a long time, knew me before I was a mom, and knows that I have always not been the most vulnerable, open, transparent person. But I am working on that. And every year I used to ask my friends, how could I be better for myself and to them, and how can I be better? In general, and somebody told me years ago, you need to be more vulnerable. And I was like, more vulnerable? What are you talking about?
Right. And she did that.
And after
enjoy as well. Yeah.
After I processed it, I was like, you're right.
And she turned up. Let me tell you. I can't tell you, but let me say, the January Capricorn knows how to drop it like it's hot.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. It's the crystal. It's the crystal.
Yeah, I know it's fancy. It's very fancy from Brooklyn.
From Brooklyn. Speaking of, but that's another conversation.
Okay, the other question that I was asked that I'm going to answer is, there were others, but I'm not answering them right now. Because being out of my comfort zone, I've spoke about this before. Doing a podcast came out of nowhere, the universe. I woke up and I was like, I'm not doing no podcast. Then I was like, well, I'd rather do it not on camera because I'm, shy and demure.
You are. That's why your shoulders are out today.
It's springtime. Y'all like it?
She's demure.
Orange, my favorite color.
I'm the shy one.
Not quite. So, but what I decided to do was make myself as uncomfortable as I possibly could. So being in front of this camera, being vulnerable, let you guys see how my glasses are getting thicker by the month.
Live long enough.
Live long enough. Change my reading power. And I was like, what the hell?
You said a curse word.
I'm sorry. I was like, I just had my eyes exam, and then I had just got these glasses, and I still couldn't see.
I understand. So
like, let me get on Amazon. Anyway, all right. I'm sorry. I digress. So anyway, being out of my comfort zone. So I would encourage you to push yourself. I would also encourage you to go to friends who are free spirits. I'm very blessed to have this free spirit in my life, who helped me to also be as free as I can be. Not to be like her, not to be like anybody else, but to be as free as I could be. I really hadn't tapped into that kind of freedom.
Wow.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
For always being you. You have never dimmed your light, and you always have been like, you either in my brightness or you're not. But I'm not dimming my light, and I love it. I love it. She don't care what nobody thinks. She just does her thing. I mean, she does care about people's feelings, of course. But she just does her thing. So that's the answers I'm going to give today.
Wow.
So thank you.
Wow, thank you for that.
You're welcome. Now we're going to move on to you.
What about me?
Mistress Angela.
That one.
On our anniversary.
Yes.
We have questions.
Yes. Okay.
3. You ready?
I got answers.
You guys seem to like Ask Mistress Angela. But guess what? I would know if you really liked it if you just
like and share.
Show them how to do it.
Click.
There it is.
That little button right there.
Mistress Angela.
Yes.
I didn't think about it was Easter when I.
It's okay. It's resurrection.
All right. Let's
All
do
right
it.
then.
What's your most memorable sexual moment when you felt that age was a factor? Go ahead. When you actually hit you like, oh wait.
So let me do a little backstory.
Okay.
Because I do have one, and yeah, it was everything. So everybody knows I like to twerk, right? I twerk, and I was at an event one time, and people were twerking, and the twerk spirit just hit me, right? And I can only say when you twerk and you dance like that, it's just something comes over you and you just do your thing, right? So I decided to jump on top of a table, and I twerked. I did it. Let me be clear, I did it. But when I did that jump, I heard something pop. I didn't stop. I'm an OG with this twerking, right? So I didn't stop. Don't let them see you sweat. So I finished the song. I didn't do the second song, which was one of my other favorite songs. I got off the table and I went to the side. And in my head, I was like, I messed something up. So needless to say, I had to go to the doctor, and I messed up my hip.
Oh, wow.
I had to get some steroid shots and stuff. And I was like, I don't understand. What are you talking about? It was like, you do know. I had a male doctor at that time. You know, you might want to warm up before you do that. And I was like, what?
So stretching.
To twerk? What are you saying? So anyway, long story short, I go through the healing process. It's summertime, right? I'm in my prime. I'm at the beach, and we know how the beach is for me. Yes. And I was having a moment. I was at an intimate moment with someone. And it was amazing. Like, we had the music, the ocean, the yoni egg, and we were having a good time laughing. We had some, I believe in medicinal plant medicine, right? So we had that. We had a really good time. We were getting it in, right? And I heard something pop again.
Yeah, it was the same hip.
Yes, because it hadn't quite healed yet, right? I was supposed to lay low for a minute, but, it was calling me.
Right.
So it popped, and I was like, ouch. And I said, hey, do me a favor. Just. And they was like, what? I said, just pop it back.
Not just pop it back in.
Just do this for me. We can keep this moving. We're going to keep this moving because this is really good right now. And when you get that really good, you don't want it to stop. So afterwards, we had that conversation. It was like, did I just pop your hip? I was like, yep. And you kept going. You a beast. I was like, yeah, but I got to get my life together because I'm getting too old to do this shit this way, right? So that was hilarious. Right, hilarious. So you realize that you really do have to take care of your body. And that's that part where that mind body is not together. My mind said, oh, girl, you got this. And I had it. But my body told me that I didn't have it later. So
I call that the brain-body balance.
Yes, and I didn't have it at that time.
Yeah, because my brain tells me I can do a lot of things. My body's like, don't do it.
So now I was like, wait a minute, think about this, Angie, before you do it.
Sometimes the adrenaline will get you thinking, I can do that. I can throw my leg up there again.
Yes, you can throw it, but what happens after? You know, that's like when you wake up and like, what happened to my shoulder? I just woke up this morning, right? That's the Asian thing.
Okay, next question.
Yeah. Was that good? Was that good?
Excellent.
All right then, because I have moments.
It's so honest. I want us to be honest. That's one of the reasons for this show is I want us to be brutally honest about what aging is, what we're going through.
Right, and that's why I like doing this show too, right? Because this is one of those spaces that I get to have fun. I'm connecting with one of my besties, and we're sharing stuff that people don't share.
Right.
And we do it in love, and we keep it real. So thank you for having that platform for last year.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Okay, ready next.
What's next?
Mistress Angela.
I forgot his questions.
Being a mom and being a mistress, how do you balance the two? How, Mistress Angela?
Where's my drink?
What are you saying to them children? Or
so,
do you say anything at all? And I think, I think this question is coming up because other people are wanting to be doing their freedom thing. Like, there's moms who just be moms and they have this other side, but they don't show it. And they wait for 6 more years for the kid to be 18 to do whatever. So how do you balance the two?
So I have teenagers now, right? And they're going through their own phases. I keep it honest as much as possible. When I started doing sex coaching, I told them that's what I was doing. And I think we talked about that one time on the show, that this is, you should have the answers by now. Like, no. That opened the door for us to have conversations about different things they're going through. Right. Do they talk to me about everything? No, but they'll come about different situations. And then they'll go talk to people that they know, older people that they know, their TTs and their the 27-year-olds that we have in our family, right? So that's one level. I do check-ins with them from time to time. And my stuff is a different level than a lot of people because I talk about this all the time in public. So I do check-ins, and one day my son said, it's kind of embarrassing sometimes. I'm like, what? But I don't do anything. I just talk, right? But then it was like, it's okay because their friends see sometimes things. Oh, okay. Because social media is so open. Everybody can see anything. And I was like, well, I didn't do anything disrespectful, right? So I'm good. Let's talk about it. If it's a problem with something, let's talk about it. They know I'm an adult. We laugh about a lot of things. We talk about different things that come up. And we joke around about this. We just really joke around about things, right? I balance the mom and mistress part that, I was an adult before I had you. Right. I am in my 50s, so I've lived a long life, right? So
you ain't got to do it like that because I'm older than you. You ain't got to do long life.
Well, when we go on the spectrum, I'm on this side of the spectrum.
I'm living an ancient life, but go ahead.
We're on this side of the spectrum, right? And that's a reality check, and they know that I'm going to be as honest and free and loving. So they know that I'm not going to do anything that's going to hurt anybody, especially them. If they have issues, talk to me. Right. Before, the deal is because I am single, if there's somebody that I become serious with, they get to meet them when it gets to that point. Like, they get to have a relationship. Don't just pop up and say, hey, I have this. I'm like, okay, I respect that. Right. Right. So we talk about.
But they told you that's what you need to do.
They asked me if I could do that.
Oh,
they asked.
Okay. Oh, they asked.
They asked. I said so. They first tried to. Would you mind? They tried to do it the other way, and I was like, "What did you say?"
So they running things. Yeah.
Right? They think they running things.
Especially Zach.
Oh my God.
That's the oldest one. Yeah.
Right. Right. The daughter, she stays up if she's at home. We have boundaries, and I teach them how to take care of themselves. Like if I go out and they're at home, hey, I'll be back around this time. So that they can start doing that habit. When they're older, they know how to receive and give in a relationship. Like, hey, go out and have a good time, but make sure you're safe. Right. Right. If I am, they also know it's a teaching moment that if I'm out with friends and I'm drinking and that type of thing, I'm not going to drive home. Right. I'm going to let you know that I'm going to stay where I am, or somebody's going to bring me home. Right. Because I can't do that. I'm not in a good space. So they respect that. Right. That's so. Good. The mistress part, they just want to help me. Sometimes they try to help me pick out somebody I should date, and it's not always the cutest thing. Okay. And I just say, no, thank you.
My daughter also tries to fix me up, too.
Right.
Oh, she's like, Auntie, did you know? No, I'm good.
But if you are with somebody, I'm going to close this part out. In relationships, though, also letting your kids see you have those date nights with your partner, right? Like we're going out. We're going to have a night to ourselves. We're going to dance. And, hopefully we have a good time all night. Especially if you're teenagers, they need to understand that part of intimacy and relationships.
So they don't even know what dating is.
No, unless you teach them. Absolutely. So doing both is pretty fun because you get to show them things that they wouldn't usually see, except for in the media.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I will say that you have two of the most intelligent, well-balanced children, no bias, that I know. And I know a lot of kids being a former educator. I know a lot of students and children, and you have two of the best.
Thank you.
So you're doing something right,
Well,
Mom.
thank you. Toot. They
Okay,
still teenagers.
last question. Right?
Still teenagers.
I know they are.
Okay.
I'm so glad I'm not in there.
Spring break. What am I doing? No kids.
Do you?
Uh-oh. This is still questions for me?
This is the last one.
Okay, because you only had 2.
Well, because I don't usually do them at all.
But okay.
When we get together, this is about you. This is
okay, you're right.
You're right. Sexology. I don't want to make it about me.
Okay, you're right.
I'm just appeasing a few people.
Oh, here we go.
Same people who ask me the questions, though, don't click. Just like it. But you know what? I saw a celebrity, can't think of who it was, yesterday. I was watching a video, and they had like 122,000 views. And I'm not lying. 10 likes. So I was like, I don't feel so bad.
That part.
Yeah, people just not clicking.
That part.
And maybe they genuinely don't like it. But if that many people liked it, I doubt that.
If that many people watched it, it's somebody
didn't like it. But it's okay.
Yeah.
I just, I make it my business to like people's stuff because I know how it feels.
Right.
My little finger. Last question. Do you do any seminars, retreats,
I was
classes? I know, right? Do you do anything like that for the things that you be the things that you are talking about?
Yes.
On my show and other shows,
yes.
I've heard and asked, like, where can they come and see this? Other than like booking with you one-on-one, I think people might be a little afraid of that because you've offered many great things almost free, and people still have problems. So. Maybe they feel more comfortable in a classroom setting.
They do. Okay, they do.
What are you doing?
So I'm doing a few things. So I'm going on a tour this year. My first stop is in Vegas, where I'm talking about trauma and sexuality after trauma, kind of a spinoff of what we did. So I do I'm doing more live events this year. We have some things that we're doing together. We're going to talk about soon. I'm also doing more workshops with different groups, right? So what I will start doing after this Resurrection Sunday is sharing those things. Like I said, I have Vegas coming up. I have Charlotte coming up. I have Atlanta, something in Atlanta, and we're working on New York and D.C. and maybe Florida. So
D.C., I didn't know about that one.
We talked about it, but you just didn't listen to me. She don't listen to me.
I got a little something.
We can walk those streets again. We can walk those streets again. Yeah, oh my God! Hey DC! Hey, you know who I'm talking to, boo?
You know who you?
I love you. You my brother. So much so, I got a car just like yours now.
Yeah, I think I told him that.
Did you really? Okay. I didn't realize that until you mentioned it. I was like, oh my God, I forgot. But I just want to give you some love, bro.
Yeah, he'll love that.
Yeah, and my Chicago boo. Hey. You know who you are.
There's a couple boos.
Big uncle. Yeah, uncle. That's the one.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my baby right there.
All right, we're going to stop telling our business.
Okay, but seminars, workshops, retreats.
Yeah, what you got?
We're working on a retreat right now. I'm not really sure what the date is going to be, but we do retreats.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm going into, like, when they have women retreats, church groups sisters getting together somewhere. I do that.
You mentioned something about church, one day we were talking. What was you
so
women at church?
Well, no. Yes, that was one. But I'm actually the book. I have the anthology that's coming out. Actually, pre-sales go on sale April 1st. Hey, that's Monday. That's Monday, right? So you know what I mean, right? So anyway, it's those are coming out. So that group is actually a very spiritually led group. That's very godly centered, right?
Okay.
So my story in there is actually a pivot from sexology, but it's related to why I do sexology. The topic in there that I talk about is releasing the anger within.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a good conversation. And when I go there in Charlotte, the topic, I believe, of my conversation, don't quote me, is how to have sinless sexuality in the church. Wow. Because, in our churches, we don't really talk about it, right? We talk about husband, wife, and please your partner, but we don't really get into it. So, I'm going to open that door. Because my name is Arito Sa.
It is Arito Sa.
That means the gateway, in case.
I didn't know that's what that meant. All right.
All right then.
That's great.
That's
awesome.
Up.
Now I'm gonna say.
Yes, baby.
That they need to follow you.
Oh yeah.
So they will know what you're doing.
You're right. Follow me at the Wife Your Life Tribe on Instagram is the best place.
Yes.
Facebook, if you're follow me, my personal page as well as my professional page, which is the Wife Your Life Tribe. But yeah, social media will be the key.
Yeah, just follow her so you'll know what's going on, and you don't have to DM me and say what's Mistress Angela doing. I'm not your agent.
Oh, people
I do
that
joke around
with different
I'm
people.
management, but I'm not. So.
You're on a team. You're on a team. You're on a team. You just don't have a paid position yet.
So segueing into what she just said, you guys. So some of the feedback that we get is that we have great chemistry together. People love watching us because we're natural. Like this is literally we're behaving ourselves even more, but this is really who we are when we're not on camera.
Facts.
And people who have seen us together know that, and who know us. So because of that, we have decided.
We did.
To try. Oh, sorry, I got.
Go ahead. Do that thing. Do that thing.
Actually, I'm not gonna. Let me rephrase. We're not trying anything. We are going to do a Zoom series.
Yes.
4 episodes.
Yes.
Starting May 8th. May 8th is an international holiday.
Yes,
so
we're starting
it. We're starting on May 8th intentionally.
Yes.
Because someone.
Yes. Say it. It's my time. Go ahead, say it.
Someone's birthday.
Yes, it is. I wonder who.
It's Taurus season.
Yes, it is.
Y'all pray for me.
Turn up.
Zoom series starting on Mistress Angela's birthday.
Yes.
It's going to bring us some good luck. It's going to bring us some people.
Yes.
It will be a nominal fee.
Yes.
Something that we feel will allow everyone to join us, right? May 8th at 8 p.m. That's that right? Yeah, May 8th at 8 p.m. A Wednesday. So
8 at 8.
Right, 8 at 8. We're going to do the 4 series, I was going to say Monday. May, June, July, August. All, I believe, well, no, that's not true. They're not all first Wednesdays, but they're on a Wednesday.
Second. Yes, they're the second Wednesday of each month.
Yeah. At 8, yeah. So Wednesdays at 8. Please mark your calendars. But we also will be advertising this. We'll be doing a live video to remind everybody every month. It's going to be a lot of fun. Give you the names of some of these so you can kind of get your minds ready.
Yes.
So.
Oh, sorry.
So May 8th is Sexy Mama.
Yes. Can we talk about it? Just 2 seconds. It's right before Mother's Day. And as you said earlier, we're so busy being mothers and wives and partners that we forget to be that sexy mama. So on my birthday, I really wanted to give back and celebrate and bringing out that sexy mama in you. So whatever that means, we're gonna figure it out that night.
I'm a little nervous.
I'm excited.
I'm nervous for your ensemble.
Oh my God, I hadn't thought about that. I gotta get an ensemble.
Just make sure you got clothes.
So it'll be fun but educational, and bring your favorite drink, bring some snacks or whatever you want to do, and we go from there.
Friends.
Yeah.
It's gonna be girl talk. Yeah. Not that guys can't join and listen in. We're not going to stop anybody.
Not at all.
But it's definitely focused on women.
Yeah. So definitely bring your partners if you want to sit together and listen to the conversation. So then maybe they can get some tips on how to make sure that you are being that sexy mama that you want to be.
Yes.
So I dare you, bring your partner.
That's true, because when you're in a relationship, it does help to have that support from your partner.
Absolutely. So as I said, I dare you.
Next one. June 12th, 8 p.m.
Yes.
Who's your daddy?
Yes! Let me do the tambourine.
Who's your daddy?
It's Father's Day month, right? And you would not be a mother if it wasn't for the father of your kids, right? And that connection in there. So a lot of times when you're doing things, men want that. How do you help your partner have that? How do you show up and make sure they get that? As well as men, but it's really focused towards the men, like making sure you have that. Some tips on leveling up that and about this age.
You don't really have to do that again.
No.
So you're talking to men.
Yes.
We want women to be there.
Yes.
And it's almost going to be like a couples kind of thing,
right?
Because we want to address the men.
Right. And if you're single, then come by yourself so you can know what you want. Start to determine what you want.
Some people take issue with being called daddy.
Yeah.
And it's a play on words, too.
It is a play on words.
It's a literal daddy, and it's a daddy.
Right. Because we say sugar daddies, we say big daddy, we say sexy daddy.
Ooh,
we say when you have partners, you kind of do different things like that, right? So fellas,
talk about it.
Fellas, let's bring that sexy back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we're gonna figure out who our daddy is before the show.
Nah, it's gonna be a surprise. Let's just see what happens.
July the 10th. July the 10th is right before you do your tour in New York.
Yes. Oh, sorry. It's Resurrection.
It's called Summer Sexy. Summer sexy.
Summertime is the best time. Again, I'm a beach person, right? It's nothing like a moonlight walk on the beach with your partner, and you feeling that sexy glow, and you go back to that room or wherever you go,
right?
And you get your sexy on. Like, my voice dropped on that one too, didn't it?
A little bit.
What does that mean to you? What does it mean to be summer sexy? How do you want to amp that up, right? Maybe we want to ask questions about different things you want to try this summer. It's an adventurous time of the year. And
just getting your sexy back. I have a dear friend who has gone through a very hard separation from her husband. And she has kids, and she's focusing on everybody but herself. And she realized, she said, Sabrina, I need to get my sexy back. Like, absolutely. And so one day I saw her, and she looked so gorgeous. And she's like, yeah, I'm working on me. And you can see the joy in her. And she's like, you think it's too much? Because she had her, cleavage. I was like, girl, no. Too much. Do that. What? Yeah, do you. You need to be comfortable with. Absolutely. You're comfortable, I'm comfortable. So, yeah. Absolutely. We're going to definitely talk about getting that sexy back if you've lost it, and how to enhance it if you haven't, or give some different sexy. We know you got different sexy. I got a little something, something. And that's for male or women, right? Yep. That's for whoever that wants to just level up that space of sexy. Yeah, because I know, I know a couple of men who are stuck in their ways and have said they know they're stuck and they don't know how to get unstuck. Right. And what do I say? Have you talked to Mistress Angela? I mean, I can only help you but so far. I didn't go to Cornell. I didn't go to Yale. I didn't do these things for I'm a business major. I don't know what you want me to say. I'm a business major too. I'm saying, I don't have the sexual background. I understand. The formal training. Okay, I understand. I'm just saying. So I can only tell you a little bit. I've been trained in this area. I can take you here. I have a level of expertise. Exactly. Because I am working on my PhD. Right. Okay, all right then. That's what I'm saying. That part. So I'm just like. So they should. I'm giving them like a bachelor maybe, and then they need to move on to your master's class. Right. See? Facts. Yeah. So. I appreciate that. So the sex is for everybody. And the last one is August the 14th. Yes. It's also at 8 p.m. They're all at 8 p.m. I said they're all on Zoom, right? There's going to be a Zoom series, so you can, in the comfort of your home. Are you too old to be a free spirit? Wow. And I think that's such a huge piece right there. Go ahead and speak on it. I'm speechless right now, right? I'm speechless because we deal with that a lot. Yes. I really deal with that a lot because you need to act your age. Right. I mean, you carry a tambourine, I twerk, I do, I speak my truth, I have a good time. I do the things I do to bring me joy, and that's not seen as a place as an older person should be, So, are you too old to be free spirited? I'm not going to curse today. This is Resurrection Sunday. Just come and let's talk about it on August the 14th. Yes. Because it's always a way to be a free spirit. You can curse on Zoom. I sure can. Express yourself. I sure can. But I will say this: if you are living in a space that you're always stressed, you're upset, you feel locked in, be it at work, be it in your relationships, be it just everyday life, like you feeling you're not being all of who you need to be. There is something missing inside. I promise you that there's a part of that free spirit that you haven't tapped into, that your spirit is yearning for, because our time is finite on this earth. And as we get older, that spirit starts to talk to you more and more, and it needs to be free. Yes. Whatever that looks like for you. For me, this is what I do, right? But let's find that free spirit. What does that free spirit look like for you? So, right. Because I just want to chime in and say that a lot of people equate being a free spirit as being childish. Yes. Or being irresponsible. Absolutely. And to me, free spirit could just be being authentic. Absolutely. Finally, like you said, speaking your truth. Right. Saying what's on your mind and doing what you want to do that's not hurting anyone. Right. As long as you're not hurting anyone. Right. So, like you just said, I don't want to repeat what you said because you really recapped it well, but you don't want to miss that one. Yeah, I have, and I'll close on this part about that part, but it just came to me. I had a friend that asked me,
about always being a free spirit, right? And you've always been that sister. That's who you are. And I'm like, I am, because I see myself as very responsible. But I realize that I'm such a responsible free spirit. I'm responsible and I'm a free spirit. Right. Like, I take care of my business. I work. I take care of 2 kids. I live in Atlanta alone in a time that the economy is outrageous. Nuts, right? And I've done that in my lifetime. Like, I know how to take care of myself and be responsible and also elevate. But at the same time, I have joy. Yeah. I laugh. I joke. I have a good time in life, and I have fun. Yeah. How do you do both of those? You know what I mean? So you have to elevate that free spirit. So, yeah, come to the other side. Yeah. So join us for our Zoom series. I know it's going to be awesome. I'm excited. Yes. And we may have some guests on there too. We may have some other speakers come on from time to time too. Somebody told me this. It just popped in my head. It just popped in my head. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. It's too late. That's that girl part of me. People on to the show. We don't know. Can we bring some people on? Let's talk about it. It's too late. Okay. I like the idea though. I know you would. I knew you would, right? Because I think about over the year together. Yes. I think about all the stuff we've done this year. Yes. On the once a month. The first Sunday, and how much we've grown as people during that time, and how much fun we've had, and it's just been an amazing journey. Like, one of my favorite times is one of the live shows we did when we had the couples there. That was fun. Oh yeah, Mulan. Yeah, you know, when we celebrated your first month, or having different people come through, some of the different speakers and leaders in the area of life, you know, come through. So it's an amazing journey that you have started on. So. Thank you. So are we going to do this again another year? We're doing it together. We're doing this together? Yes. So we're doing this another year then? Is that? Are you with me? I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. If y'all don't push the like, I'm still going to keep going. We're going to ride till the wheels fall off? That's right. It's therapeutic for me. It's a lot of fun. To do this and put myself out there. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'll give a little bit more about me, because people have said, you don't say nothing about yourself. Can you talk about it? I'm a host. Because I can talk about it. I'm a host. If you I can talk about it. Hosts don't talk about themselves. So. But I can ask you questions then. Maybe we flip. Hey, what do you guys think? We may flip a conversation one day. Yeah. And I ask her questions, and she has to answer it. Guess what? If you like it, say yes and like it. I bet you want to see that, don't you? I know what you want. I got you. Leave it in the comments. Say no. Say yes. No. It's a wager. Come on. Listen, have a wonderful Easter. Yes. Resurrection Day week. Have a great week. Yes. Find your joy. Yes. What else you want to say? Resurrection. Resurrect your life. I love it. Yeah, resurrect your life. Start anew. Every day. Every day you wake up. Every day. I know this sounds really cliche, but I really am living this way. Absolutely. Because I got stuff I'm dealing with on a regular. For real? Yes. Girl, I mean, my life could change like that. That's why the glass is empty. The glass is empty. If it hits the that part. However, I truly believe in my heart and spirit that the universe is going to take care of me, and that God got me. Absolutely. And that anything that comes my way, every day is not a happy, joyous day. It's not. But where I am now is, no matter what happens, I know I'm gonna be okay. Right, and find joy in every day. That's right. A little bit. Just a little bit. And sometimes it means releasing something else. Absolutely. Like, I have to release some things to make sure I maintain peace in my home. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Peace in my life, like. Absolutely. And just let people do what they do. Mm-hmm. Let people do what they do. Mm-hmm. And you keep it moving. That part. All right. So, celebrate, y'all. Celebrate yourself. Have a fantastic day. We love you guys.